6 reasons why the Aztecs were engineering Mavericks. 1. They built a great city. The Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan amazed the Spanish. The city covered an area of 5 square miles. It was divided into 4 zones. Each zone was subdivided into 20 districts. 3 main streets, wide enough for 10 horses, crossed the city. Raised causeways were surrounded by floating gardens. In the center were 45 public buildings. The Palace of Montezuma II had 2 zoos, an aquarium, and a botanical garden. Tenochtitlan rested on wooden piles driven into the lake bed. These pilings were reinforced by volcanic stone. 2. They created artificial islands. Aztecs invented chinampas, or floating gardens. These were artificial islands, built up on wetlands or lake beds. Chinampas were made of stakes interwoven with reeds. The enclosures were filled with mud. These floating gardens were accompanied by a drainage system. The soil on the bottom of the lakes acted as a natural fertilizer. The Aztecs even had a state program to create more chinampas. 3. They had sewers and plumbing. The Aztecs had a system of canals to transport clean water. Many homes had private steam baths. Aztec steam lodges were mostly used for ritual purposes. Known as temazcal, they were used for purifying the spirit after battle. Aztecs also took cold baths for purely hygienic reasons. They used roots and fruits of the copal-xacatl tree as soap. The water was supplied by the Chapultepec aqueduct. It began at the springs outside of the city. The aqueduct had 2 channels, each about 5 feet high and 3 feet wide. When one was being maintained, the other brought water. 4. They built a massive dike to protect the city. Tenochtitlan was constantly under threat of flooding. A catastrophic flood in the mid-1400s almost destroyed it. To address the issue, the Aztecs designed a huge dike. It was about 12 feet high and ran across 10 miles of the lake. The dam was made of sticks, weeds, and stones. It was the largest earthwork in the Americas at the time. It was fitted with doors which could be raised or lowered. This controlled the water level. The dike also kept the brackish waters beyond the dike. 5. They built the world's largest pyramid. The Aztecs built many pyramids, but one stands out. They called it Tlachtoltepetl. Today it's known as the Great Pyramid of Cholula. It's the largest monument ever constructed anywhere. The adobe brick complex was built in 4 stages. The construction began in the 3rd century BC. It lasted until the 9th century AD. The temple was dedicated to the Aztec deity, Quetzalcoatl. Under the pyramid is a network of underground tunnels. They have altars, burials, and astonishing murals. Only a tiny fraction has been excavated. 6. They had metallurgy. Metallurgy was mostly an artisanal pursuit. Aztecs created original gold and copper gold castings. These were artworks meant for public display. They depicted plants, animals, and deities. The metal sculptures were placed in Aztec pleasure parks. The Aztecs also cast hundreds of bells from tin and arsenic bronze. These were used for dedicatory offerings at the Templo Mayor in Tenochtitlan.